Today I'm going to draw out of this hat the top 5 subdivisions and neighborhoods in Meridian until we get through all of them. We're going to learn all of the amenities, the pricing, what the subdivisions feel, so you get a good understanding of the top 5 neighborhoods in Meridian, Idaho. Now, starting off, number 1 on the top 5 is going to be the Oaks. So the Oaks is going to be in North Meridian. This is going to be off of McMillan and Black Cat. And there's 2 different Oaks. You have the Oaks North and the Oaks South. These are newer subdivisions with a number of different builds in there. You have different price points. You have some smaller homes and some homes in like the $500,000 to $600,000 range. There's a fishing pond. There's a pool. You have amazing walking paths in the Oaks. This is most likely going to be the Owyhee High School District, or some of it is Rocky Mountains District. They just shifted it and it kind of splits right through there, which are both really great schools. You're really close to Costco and Walmart, which are only a mile away. And then if you want Fred Meyer's or Winco for your grocery shopping, it's only about 2 miles away. You have tons of shops and restaurants. We just got a Wiener Schnitzel, which I have yet to eat, but it's super popular. It just opened a mile away. There's a Panda Express. There is Tin Roof Tacos and Walgreens and pretty much everything you need within a mile. It's also nice because you're a little bit outside of Meridian, so you're in the very northwest corner of Meridian, and so you don't have a ton of people backed up to your left. There's still a little bit of farmland out there, so you're a little bit of ways. These communities are super awesome. They're one of the most popular neighborhoods in Meridian, and your homes here are beautiful. And overall, just a really good looking community, and very similar to kind of what you'll probably see throughout the top 5 of these, with really awesome subdivision landscaping and those walking trails and those community pools. Now, number 2 on the list is going to be Loxa Falls. So Loxa Falls is going to be pretty close to the Oaks. This is all going to be in that North Meridian area. It's right next to Rocky Mountain High School. And this one's a little bit nicer as far as the neighborhoods go and proximity to the grocery stores, because you're right in the center. You have Walmart and Costco just to the left or the west side. And then you have Winco Fred Meyer just to the north. And similar situation, you have all of these great restaurants. One I forgot to mention was Biscuit and Hogs, which is right next to Winco, and they have huge waffles. Their waffles are the size of the table. They have really big plate sizes and amazing food. There's Homestead, which is really well known for their drinks and their Bloody Marys. And again, you're just super close to all of those restaurants and grocery centers. Loxa Falls is an older neighborhood than the Oaks, so it's been around since I was a kid. I used to hang out. They're known for obviously their waterfalls, it being in the name. There's a small Frisbee golf course and park in the center of the subdivision. There is a gym connected right next to Idaho Fitness Factory, which is a really good gym in the area. You have homes in that similar price point, that $600,000 to $800,000 range. It is a lot more mature landscaping, which I know a lot of people like. Sometimes they like living in those older neighborhoods. But again, just a really awesome neighborhood. Now, number 3 on the list is going to be Saguaro Canyon. So this is kind of a fun one. It's in that same area, North Meridian, which we have some on the south side. We're just not getting to them yet. But Saguaro Canyon is fun because it has a very deserty style of landscaping. So when you go into the neighborhood, you have cactuses and the palm trees that are able to survive in the cold temperatures in Boise. And you have that more deserty style look with the homes. And then as you'll see at the pool, this location has a pool as well. And so you have that stucco, that kind of old stucco Southern Indian style look. And Saguaro Canyon is connected to Heritage Middle School, which is one of the top rated middle schools in the entire state. You're also really nice location to a lot of those grocery stores we talked about earlier. You're a little bit farther away, but what's nice is in Saguaro Canyon, you are a little bit closer to Eagle Road, the Village, Trader Joe's, Target, and all of the things that Eagle Road has to offer. But again, Saguaro Canyon top one has that more traditional cactus style, which is really fun. And definitely a different style of living that you don't get anywhere in the valley. There's only one other neighborhood in Eagle that has a very similar style of home with that deserty look. Now next up is, these are gonna be the South Meridian ones, they have to be. Sentry Farm. So Sentry Farm is in South Meridian. This is off of Eagle Road, and it is your more like kind of modern farmhouse style homes is more what you'll find out here. This is going to have Hillsdale Elementary School, which is one of the top elementary schools in the state. And Hillsdale Elementary School is connected to the YMCA, which is nice because you have that YMCA. You can go swimming, you can have basketball, you can go to the gym right in your neighborhood. Sentry Farm is also going to have your walking paths. Like most of these, it has the beautiful landscaping, and the homes here are going to be in that similar price point, that 6 to even sometimes in Sentry Farm it can get up to 900, 950,000. There's a little section in Sentry Farm that has homes even a little bit more than that. And Sentry Farm is connected to a bunch of other smaller neighborhoods that I just always kind of lump it into one big community there, where I think there's 5 different swimming pools in this subdivision, which is nice for the summertime when it gets hot here. The other thing that's a fun one about this is my wife used to work at Hillsdale Elementary School, and anytime I'd go visit, there's a ton of golf carts that everybody in the neighborhood has. They're like souped up golf carts. And when you live here, apparently you just have to get one of those to fit into the neighborhood. Sentry Farm, the grocery store, there's only Albertsons right across the street, so that is nice. Although Albertsons being one of the most expensive grocery stores in the valley, if you want to get some cheaper prices and have some more options. You do have a Fred Meyer that's not too far. I believe it's 3 or 4 miles. It's on Overland Road. And then Costco's not super far. It's over on Overland, over by the movie theater in Boise. And so those are going to be your grocery store options. But the nice thing about Sentry Farm is definitely the amenities that it has, those beautiful homes, and being out of the way. I do kind of like that. And some people love being out in the farmland. Not a mile away, you have cows and horses, and you can kind of get out of the city feel. The downside is that it is on Eagle Road, so you do have an extremely busy intersection and busy street if you have to commute to work. Pretty much no matter where you work, if it is in Boise, Meridian, or Nampa, you're going to run into that traffic on Eagle Road. Next up is the last one, which is going to be Fall Creek. So Fall Creek is one that's also in South Meridian. This is right next to Roaring Springs Water Park, Wahoo's, which is a family fun. They call it Wahoo's Family Fun Zone. And they have an arcade. There's go-karts there. There's a batting cage. There's mini golf. You have laser tag. There's an indoor. It's not a roller coaster, but it's like a interactive video game that you're in a ride, and so you move with it, kind of like a 3D roller coaster. You're also directly connected to Walmart, which is nice to have that grocery shopping. And then right across the intersection on Meridian Road is Winco and all of the things that Meridian has to offer right there. So you have a lot of your restaurants and your fast food places. And it's connected to Victory Middle School. So Victory Middle School is actually in Fall Creek's neighborhood. And this is, again, one of the top rated middle schools, which you kind of see as a trend, is a lot of these top neighborhoods are in the top schools in the entire valley. So Fall Creek, similar style homes, you're going to have that $400,000 to $600,000 range with your typical, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, sometimes 5-bedroom homes. And these are going to be a lot more affordable than actually the ones we talked about. You'll get more home for what you pay, and that's just due to the location. A lot of South Meridian is a lot cheaper for what you get. You pay more in North Meridian. And so Fall Creek, you can get a much bigger home for a much more affordable price, which is a big plus. And the way I look at South Meridian too, that is great, is that it has a lot more investment potential in my opinion, because a lot of the development in North Meridian has happened, and now they're starting to develop south towards Kuna. And so as it grows, I think those homes are going to become more valuable. But Fall Creek, another one of the top subdivisions in Meridian, Idaho, which if you want to learn more about just Meridian, Idaho as a whole, watch this video here where I go through all of the pros and cons of living in Meridian and why it's one of the, not only the top suburbs, we just went over the top subdivisions, of the top suburb in Boise.